I got to be the dumbest guy on the planet. I really do. I'm sitting here reading the comments. I'm yelling at the kid to turn off the Streamlabs poll. I'm looking, oh, there's someone here, and there's he said this, and then Scott Royston says that, and Mrs. Fort Watton this. Oh, you got the moderators on, and I look up, and there's 3 seconds left before. Oh my God! You think this is my first live stream? Did I just get here? Hey, listen up. I might have been born yesterday, but I stayed up all night. Let me tell you. We are the bottom of the glass nation. This is the best small talk live streaming. This is the best small talk live streaming that there is anywhere on the planet. I've never heard anything like it. Have you? No, you have not. So it is Saturday. It is bottom of the glass nation, and bottom of the glass nation means that we drink. We drink until we get to the bottom of the glass. And why? Because the truth is at the bottom of the glass. If you don't believe me, just go hang out at any bar in America, any bar in the world for that matter. And as the evening goes on and people consume more alcohol, when they get to the bottom of the glass, what happens? The truth comes out. Every man and woman has truth. They've got stories. They have the answers. Some of the greatest mysteries of the universe have been solved at bars across this little blue planet. Yeah, that's how we get shit done around here. Yeah, at least in my country, that's how we do it. And I know Deepak does it that way in Ireland. Oh, I know. Deepak has solved many mysteries of the Irish at the bottom of a pint. Well, it's the bottom of a glass here. So, to be fair, I don't want to drink. I don't like drinking. I drink for you guys. I don't do it for me. But I know you guys want the truth. And I know the truth resides at the bottom of the glass. I have to drink this. It is a social obligation. I could raise a glass and say sociable. Everybody knows what that is. But I don't think I need to. I think I can just drink, and you guys will drink with me. Not going to leave me hanging. It is the 2-year anniversary of Bottom of the Glass Nation of Gen X Talks. Tomorrow was the anniversary of the first video that ever went up. It's been a long journey. Sometimes I think it went by in a blink of an eye. Sometimes I remember every detail of everything we've ever said. Thank you, guys. And to start it, let's kick this pig. Let's put one down now.
Sounds like you're ending the live stream.
Oh, here we go. Woo! It's time to go, baby. Who left me hanging? I got to see. Who gave me a drink up there? It's been a long time. You guys probably forgot what that icon was. There we go. There's some in there. Let me, wow. Everybody's taking part. There we go. There we go. There's too many names. Brian Ivany, Deepak's in there. Tugboat, Ashley Beth Crawford. Come on. Who's in there? Lionheart didn't forget me circling the wagons. Two Bear didn't forget me circling the wagons. Thrash for life. I'm not going to be able to read them all, but there's a ton. Top Nuts Rule. Mrs. Four poured 2, 1 for each hand, which wasn't difficult. She had 1 in each hand to begin with. That's the way she rolls. Bob McKinley gave me up some. Loud ones in there. Cheers, brother, to me. Cheers, brother, to you. Krista Rose. There we go. There we go. Has anybody called me handsome yet? If someone doesn't call me handsome, I'm going to really have a hard time getting on board with all this stuff. Let me cross that out there. I'm going to look. Oh, there's in the sheets. I was looking for it in the section over here, and it's in the sheets. Drop him. Welcome to being an extra. I hope you guys caught him. Looks like he chimed in really early becoming an extra. So we might have to go back and say something to him. Sheila Eves. Hey, everyone. It's her first live stream. Oh, Shelly, not Sheila. Shelly Eves says, hey, everyone. It's a first live stream. Shelly, if this is your first live stream, it's like a first date. Just relax. Just relax. I'll do all the work. All you got to sit there and look pretty. Mrs. Fort Watt, in general, you look so handsome tonight. I'm already drinking. I know, sweetheart. I knew you were. All right. So, look. It is the 2-year anniversary. Can you believe that? Tomorrow. Now, did you read the title? I said sort of. It's a 2-year anniversary of the first video that Gen X ever put up. Sort of. Because it is true. The first video went up tomorrow, 2 years ago. Yeah. But it wasn't Gen X Talks. No. The channel was on TikTok. He didn't have any other platforms yet. He was just trying to become TikTok famous at my expense, which did work both ways. He became famous, and it was at my expense. It was called Time with My Dad. Yeah, that was the original channel. It was called Time with My Dad, and then he changed it. I don't know how long it was. It must have been maybe a week or two. It wasn't very. He didn't keep that name very long, and then he changed it over to Generation X Talks, and he just made it Gen X Talks. And the idea was born. He was off and running. Now, I got to tell you, we made a lot of changes along the way. You guys, just tons of stuff has changed in 2 years. And we're going to go back. We're going to try to revisit some of those things. Most of them we're doing just talking about it. I don't have pictures of some of these things. I probably could have dug up some stuff if I really was overambitious. But we know I'm an underachiever. So let's leave it at that. And then if we lower the bar of your expectations of me, then we're all going to get along famously, because then I don't have to do anything. All right. So where to begin? Bump, bump, bump. Now, I did write some stuff down. I did have a book of lies. We talked about small stock. I just cannot say that word. We need to change the intro. Small talk live streaming at its best. No topic, no agenda, just bar talk. That's true. You don't go into a bar with a big sheet of paper and say, okay, here's what we're talking about tonight. Everybody gather around. And you get 30 people at the bar. They're not all whipping out their pieces of paper with their notes on it. No. That's not how we roll around here. So the truth is, at the bottom of the glass, we are the bottom of the glass nation. We are a legion of extras. Generation X, Gen X Talks, Legion of X. You guys are extras without the E. And I am General X, so we just call General and Generation of X, and we're all just the bottom of the glass nation. We're just a bunch of jabronis trying to fit in the world, are we not? I think so. So let me get some props out of the way first. The first thing we got to do is run over here. The kid, on some of the, if you guys are subscribers on YouTube or the General's Lunchbox on Facebook or Patreon, you guys have already seen this, but there's a ton of you that have not seen it. And as you know, the kid is an FFA. It's a big thing for him. It's a big part of his life. Future Farmers of America. And what the kid does is every activity that he can get into, everything he can participate in, he tries to. He doesn't skip anything. He really puts forth a lot of effort. Good group of kids. FFAs. My other children have been in this program. Also, we've supported them, and it's a good group of kids every single year. I like it a ton. Gen X Mom and I totally approve. And so this recently, he's been doing. I guess what the best way to describe it would be. It's kind of a job interview. You have to, and it's a very serious thing. You got a 4-page resume of all these things you have to fill out, and you have to memorize everything. And then it's a series of interviews that that ends with a panel of people interviewing. Why am I having such trouble here tonight? All right. It is it ends with a panel, and you start off in sections around town in the county, in the neighborhood, a bunch of schools. And there's different sections that compete for region, and so by the time you're done weeding out where he's at right now, you take from 300 kids down to 200 kids down to a room of 50 kids. And then out of those 50, he's got to get in the top 3 or 4 to move on. And as we might have seen right here on our screen, there he is, first place. Yeah, he achieved first place honors today. He has tried to do this every single year, and he's never won. He's never placed. He couldn't do it, and he put forth effort. But this is a very difficult competition. This is a very heavy competition. This isn't easy to do. So he put forth his best effort and got it. He sent me the pictures today.
I will say it was my first year fully committing to job interview.
Yeah.
It's like I did other competitions. Like I got 6th place in this other competition my sophomore year, and then this year I was like, man, job interview, I'm gonna nail it.
You should we don't like talking to a sweatshirt, so you got to either get in or get out, one of the two. So
guess who got first place?
So apparently during this whole thing, their school did very well. FFA, they got 1st and 3rd, 1st and 4th, 2nd and 5th. I mean, they really took it to them. All the other schools competed, and in almost every category, they got 1st and something, but they placed in every event.
Yeah, there was only one event that we didn't have somebody get first place.
So that's
two events.
That's really good. That was a big nod to what he was doing there. And he was stressed over that huge. He was really worried about that. He was practicing, and his mother was reading him questions and doing, I mean, it was a big thing. So he got where he's going with that. He finally got first place. It's his senior year. He's moving on, and March 10th is the next one. So it's big. It's a big thing. And he did it. He worked really hard for that. So we're all very proud of him here. And I thought I'd start with that, let you guys know that he's still putting forth a lot of effort. He did a good job. Now, if we go back over 2 years of Gen X Talks, if we start trying to remember all the stuff and the things that we've gone through, we might be here for 6 hours. I know the sheets are filling up over here. I know Gen X Mom, we'll get to those in a second, or you can help me read them. Hold on. But I got to do some housekeeping first. No, we're not paying bills. This is legitimate housekeeping because I can't even count the number of emails that we get about the progress on things. So I wrote some stuff down. Then we'll go back and we'll talk about a couple things from the past 2 years, and then we'll get into it heavy. Because tonight, if you have the ability to email, we're going to send you a free prize with every right answer. Every first person who emails the right answer. Now, I know a bunch of you are just going to put the answer in the comment section because you're not going to listen to me. You never do. You're Generation X. You're just going to drunk type it. I know the answer to that. But when you put it in the comment section, it doesn't count. No. It's got to have to go to an email. We'll get to that. So just get your emails out. But let's back up. Let's cover some housekeeping stuff with work. Now, see, I don't have headphones on because you don't have headphones on, so I can't hear you. How could I possibly be buffering? That cannot be true. Kid, what are you seeing on your end? You turn off those cameras?
Yeah, I did. You're still up. You're good now.
All right. Let me see. Gen X Mom, say something. Okay, so I can hear you, but they can't hear you until I push your button. And if I have my way, they're never going to hear you because I always prefer you over me. All right. Drink has moved. And all right, so I'm taking it. We're back up. Are we back up? Good. Let me see where we're at. All right. So let's catch up on the 2 years. Let's cover some stuff that I know you guys have been waiting for. And I know you guys have been asking about this. All right. Okay, let's go back to first. There's three things we want to talk about. First is Buford the goat. How now a lot of you were here for that whole thing with Buford from the beginning when we purchased the goat, all the stuff with the kid raising the goat. Remember all those $10 and $5 for gas money and the food and the vet bill and everything went up. Yeah, everything started to go up in price during that time. You guys, I mean, I would have ponied up every penny if I had to cash in my aluminum cans. If I would have had to sell Gen X Mom's wedding ring, if I would have had to put that in Hawk, we would have done it. But we didn't have to. You guys kept pumping in $5, $10, $15, $20, all towards Buford. That allowed the kid to do everything he needed to do. We got him to fair. He did everything down there. Now, there was two categories he wanted to be on top of. One of them gets a trophy, and one of them, they got like a makeshift board, like a plaque type thing where you have the top people of all time for, like, there's one for cows that's just separate, and it goes back with the top donations all the way back. But the other ones don't have the history on them. They just have the top numbers. They're revamping everything out there. So I'm going to be really interested to see what they put up in the goat area, as it is, whatever those pens are called. So let's go back to Buford. That was a lot of fun. It was difficult for the kid. He had to be up in the morning at 6:30 in the morning or 6 in the morning, go take care of the goat and go feed him and pet him and run him around. Then he had to do it again at night. He had to come home from school, do his homework, do his chores, have dinner, go all the way back out to Buford, drive out there, feed him, run him around. Then there was training. He had to figure out how to get him on the leash and how to the harness and how to make him behave. Tough making a goat behave, I got to tell you. So he did that from the beginning of last summer all the way through and did the whole gig with him. And along the way, we're trying to get him the donations. And we had an auction that generated Loud One and Shush. And I can't remember the other person's name. God damn it, I'm really fucking that up. There was a third person. It was a bunch in the beginning, but the donations came down. Anyway, he got his final check. So they get it in two chunks. His last check he got, I think, was a couple days back, which was $6,800. which brings his total donations for Buford to 13,700. There never has been that large of a donation for a goat. There is never going to be that large of a donation for a goat. That is a pure Gen X Talks. Pure Gen X Talks, 100% because of you guys, number that will never be beaten again. That will be written down and hanging up on that wall until we are all dead and gone. Long after Gen X Talks isn't even a thing, when they've even forgotten what Generation X is. You guys put Buford and the kid and Gen X Talks in infamy forever. It'll be up there. It'll live in the hearts and minds of everybody. There's never going to... I think the highest thing they got for a goat ever of all time was like 5,000. Okay, we're getting close to tripling that. Now, you know, the credit card company that processes that, or the credit company, I don't know, the credit card, they get their cut. The fair gets their cut. FFA gets their cut for the organization. Then the rest goes back to the kid. And yes, he's not blowing his money. The big chunk of that he gets, he's putting back for college. We've already discussed it. He wants to put it back for school. He wants to buy my Daytona, my Dodge Daytona truck. You know, it's been sitting on jack stands in the driveway. We just got tires for it. Was putting it back together to drive it. You know, now that I'm losing weight, my belly doesn't hit the steering wheel. So, and it's a true story. It was too close. You couldn't adjust that thing. It's just the way that Dodge was set up. I couldn't drive it anymore. All right, it was really close. It wasn't rubbing on it. It was really uncomfortably close. So it just sat for a long time. But now the kid's like, no, Dad, I got some money. Want to do something, fix it up and buy it from you. So we'll probably work out something and sell it to him cheap and let him go. If he's motivated to buy and do and learn, because there's some stuff on that truck needs to be fixed, I'm into it. If he's into it, I'm into it. I'd love to work side by side with him. But he's collected all the money. There would have been more. A lot of people didn't come through with their pledges. A lot of people paid right when they did it. They signed up and they paid the money right on time. A lot of people, still others paid as they went along. The fair would call them or email them and say, hey, you made this pledge. And then there was a bunch that just disappeared, and they could have fallen on hard times. They forgot about it, or, you know, whatever. Things happen. And some people, they're motivated to do something at one time and not another. It's okay. It was just a pledge. It was all volunteer. Nobody, you know, it wasn't like a blood promise. We didn't cut hands. We didn't cut our hands and shake in blood. And we didn't, you know, there's no Indian transfer here of how in the blood. And no. It wasn't that serious. This is just people talking and thanking and helping out when they could. But the numbers that did come through were huge. And they couldn't have been any bigger for the kid. That's a record that'll never be broken. Next year, whether he shows an animal or not, I'm going to track down the fair, and I'm going to try to find that board, and I want to get a picture of that, and we'll post that when they do their revamping of their stuff next year. So, first of all, for you guys with Buford, and the best part is we bought him back from auction at the end. And he lives. Trippy Pineapple has that with part of his family out in the high desert in the Apple Valley Hesperia area. Yeah, Buford lives. He's got friends out there. He's got other animals. It's got a lot of stuff, a lot of kids out there, a lot of activity. So he didn't end up on the chopping block. He didn't end up being a goat meat sandwich someplace. Buford still lives. Trippy sees him and posts pictures on Discord from time to time. So that story could not have worked out better for how you guys took care of the kid, for how Buford behaved, even though he didn't place and win. The other trophy was for him behaving and looking good and being strong and healthy and not too fat, not too skinny. He didn't win that one. We didn't even place in that one. But there was two categories, and that was the one with the trophy with how he showed. He was showing him. Then the other one was the donations raised. So he's happy. We're happy. It was a great experience. You guys made it all happen. It was wonderful. Thank you guys for doing that. What a long road that was with Buford and everybody who got a shirt that said, I bought a goat. Remember that? So it was a lot of fun. And we've had a lot of those things that come and go on the program. We'll talk about some of those in a little bit. But that was one. The other one people keep asking about is a studio. All right. A couple things on the studio. How do I explain this without messing it up? Mrs. Fort Watton says next year they compete in college too. No. When you're in FFA, you can compete because it's kind of after your senior year summer. you can register as a senior at your senior year. And even though you graduate in June, you can still raise the animal and show in September. You can go 1 year. They don't do it in college, but you can go 1 year past your graduation, or it's really not even 1 year. What is it? 4 months is what it is. But you begin raising it while you're still in your senior year, so they count that. There was a few kids that did that last year. Some good friends of the kids raised goats or other things that they were graduating. They were done, but they stuck around and they did all the stuff for that to be part of it one more time. So FFA allows you to do that. They don't do it in college, as far as I know. They don't do it in college, but they do let you do it one more year. So he's really thinking about doing that. The studio. All right, the best way to explain this is, we ordered a big studio, and then I kept calling and going down there and saying, hey, do you need anything from me? One time, Gen X Mom and I drove, this is about 8 weeks ago, we drove physically to the place and said, listen, I know you guys are behind. It's okay. I know we got stuff going on, but do you need anything else from us? No, we're good. Okay. Anything else going on? No, we're good. We got you guys. I said, okay, because we're here. Both of us, we drove down here. We're here. No, you're good. And then 3 or 4 weeks later, we get a call saying, hey, you know what? You didn't sign papers, some certain set of papers approving some plan change or something like 4 months ago. And I'm like, dude, we physically drove to your place. So we drove back down there. I did. And I stood there with the manager and I go, look, we both stood here 4 weeks ago and said clearly, is there anything missing? Is there anything you need? And you said no. Now you're saying there was stuff from months ago? No, I call bullshit on that. So the problem is that because of the size of the studio that we ordered, which isn't huge, it's not like I'm ordering a house out of the Sears catalog, which, by the way, for those of you who don't know, you could order a house out of the Sears catalog at one point in life. That's true. You could flip to page 297. You could pick your house, your shape, your size, your rooms, what siding you want on it, and you could order a house through the Sears catalog. Yes, you could. Some of you are nodding your head. Some of you are going, what the hell? Not a virtual house either. It was a real house. You order it and they go build it, and then it's up, and that's it. And it was a real house. It wasn't like it was built out of Legos and Lincoln Logs. It was a real house. Anyway, So what we ordered, because of the size of it, it takes permits to be able to put everything together on that. All right. And if you don't get the permit stuff done on time, the permit wait is forever. Are you with me? So by the time I'm like, okay, where is this paperwork that's missing? Is this after the permit, or are you been holding on to the permit, filing for the permit because of this paperwork? And once we sign it, we still have 6, 8, 9 weeks to go. He says, well, yeah, you got a long ways. And I go, okay, I don't want to do this anymore. The joy from this project is gone. I told him, I said, I'm out. Now, I said, there's other places in town. I can just go get one from them that's already built and have it come in. And the guy said, no, don't give up on me yet. So what he's trying to do is he's trying to break it into 2 big pieces, which is okay, because they have to build it here anyway. They have to assemble the final assemblies here. They don't just dump it off a truck and we slide it where we want it. They have to put the foundation down and knock all the walls together. It's a lot of it's pre-built, but they still have to snap the thing together here. Okay. So he says, if I can get it swung with the city where we can sell it in 2 halves, then there's no permit, and we'll just bring it to you in 2 pieces instead of 1. If we don't bring it in 1, then we don't need the permit, because the smaller ones, we don't need a permit for them. We can just do it, and it's the same exact thing you want. So I went down there, I walked through, and he goes, we'll take out this wall, we'll do this. And I said, yeah, this is good. And in fact, if this works, we're getting one with about 30% more room than the one we started with. So I was okay with this whole thing, but it hasn't happened yet. So, but it's so close. The guy literally called me a couple days ago and he goes, if I get this to work, we can have it to you in 5 days. We're that close. And I said, okay. So immediately I got on the phone with Lionheart. I said, how much time do you need to let your work know that we're going to fly you out here and we're going to get started on this? And he said, just give me 2 weeks and I'll let my boss know. Because when he started this new crew, he told them, I got to go to Vegas and I got to go out to California for this gig I got to take about a week. They said, fine. So we got Lion worked out. Then Gen X Mom went to Spectrum, which is our cable internet. As you know, we have trouble with internet. And she basically told him she was quitting. And by the time she was on the phone, an hour and 45 minutes today, when she finally came out of her office, she goes, okay, they're going to run a new line to the house, not only for our internet in here, but they're going to run a separate line down the side of the house to where the studio is going to be. There's a separate bill. It's going to be under a Gen X Talks bill, and we are getting one gig up speed, and I think it was 50. No, I'm sorry, 1 gig down speed, 1 gig down, 50 megabytes up is what we're supposed to get. And if it's on that dedicated line, there's no sharing. We're not part of that sharing system in the neighborhood. We're above that. We paid the extra money to be above that. And we're not sharing it with the cameras, all the video cameras in the house, all the surveillance cameras, they take up bandwidth. So there'll be 2 bills and we'll have a dedicated line. So we're moving down that road. You know, we're going down the road of like, this is happening really quickly. And once it's here and put up, then it's 2 weeks for line to come out. And we'll show you pictures of what we're doing and walk around the inside and show you what it looks like on the outside and where we put it. And which is really kind of cool because we tore down the big playset we had because we don't have any more small children and the playset was really old. So we tore it down and threw it in the back of the trailer and took it to the dump. Now there's going to be a studio there where 2 of the grandkids have been sitting there going, is Pop going to put a swing set back? No, Pop's going to put a studio. You ain't getting shit. So now Gen X mom has told her, it's okay, we're going to put an even bigger one back here in the other part of the yard. And I'm like, God damn it. I thought I was clean, but I'm not. So anyway, yeah, the grandkids are still going to get their play set. The studio is just a breath away from us saying yes and showing up. Then we'll pull the trigger. Lion will be on his way. Mike Perkins said he was going to come down. He has family he's going to stay with. He'd help out for a week. I think Trippy and I think even now I may be overstepping my bounds. I think David Black and Trippy said they'd run up and help when they could on the weekend. And I think Lotark will come over after work when he can. He's just a couple blocks away. So we got some help. Yeah. And then the kid's got a couple of his friends that'd like to come over. They can run the stuff back. They can do the grunt work and they can run them back and forth to Home Depot or Lowe's. So I really believe we got a shot at knocking this whole project down in the week that Lionheart is here if we all follow his directions and do what he says. But we're really close on that. We made a bunch of progress recently. And if it goes as planned, yeah, we should have it down on the ground soon. Now, guys, I want to back up and tell you a story. What? All right. Hold on. Gen X mom is yelling at me. Okay. What did you say?
Hydrate.
Hydrate. Okay. I'm hydrating. Okay. Gen X mom, you're on camera and on microphone.
Hi, everyone.
All right. So while she's sitting there working the sheets for me and checking out you guys in the comment section, what happened to my deal here? How do I keep screwing this up? God, this pisses me off.
It's very simple for you.
You know, if you're not going to blindly be on my side, why are we married? I
ask myself that every day.
Stop. I lost the sheets and they're not back.
Oh, good.
I know I don't even have
that work.
Hang on. Okay, now they're back. Calm your tits. They're back. All right. So I want to tell a story, and this has to do with Gen X mom, so this will be funny and truthful and honest. And it has to do with her being on the phone with Spectrum
today. Were you ever
today.
Truthful or honest?
I have been truthful and honest a lot of times, really. So but I want to tell you a story first. Let me back up. Hold on. There's something over on the sheets over here. Holy shit.
Everybody's saying hi.
Wicked. Yes, everyone's saying hello to you. I'm ignoring that. Okay. I'm not
I can
paying.
always read the sheets if you want me to.
Well, hold on. Let me see this. Wicked Widget Productions, $200. This one is for Gen Z kid. I have been on this bus crash. I've been on this bus crash going on a year. Happy birthday, Gen X Talks. I love you all and stay safe and God bless you. Thank you for that. Wicked Widget, thank you very much. If there was a time to do that at the birthday celebration, thank you for doing that. We really appreciate that here. We do. All right, so I'll let you read the sheets in a minute. I'm going to tell a story, then you can read the sheets.
I also have PayPals.
Then I'm going to tell the second story. Okay, why don't you do your PayPals first, sweetheart? Go ahead and knock them.
I would love to do the PayPals.
And while you do that, I'm going to pour a drink.
Okay, good. Take a breath.
I'll do better. I'm going to take a drink with my friends.
Okay, so we got $5 from Patricia. Patricia did not say where it was going.
All right.
James sent $2. He said, "Hey, Gen X mom, all great bars have great jukeboxes. Throw this $2 in the jukebox and play one bourbon, one shot, and one
beer
for the general's sobriety reprieve." And Scott sent $20. Said, "First place, well done, kid. Never forget that feeling of working hard and nailing it. That feeling and memory will always keep you disciplined when the journey is long and hard and everybody wants to quit except you. Now off to the next goal."
Right on. Well said. Who did that? Who said that?
It says Scott.
Scott, whichever.
I'm not going to say his last name
Okay.
because I don't know if I can.
Does it start with an R?
No.
Okay. Scott, well said. Well said. All right. So I don't know if I told you guys. I know I mentioned on one of the live streams, but I think it was on a Facebook one, Happy Hour. So let me recap it here. Maybe you've heard this one. Did you guys hear about the thermostat argument? Yeah, you might have, because it was also, I think we did it on a podcast too. Anyway, and this there is a point to this. I'm not just throwing Gen X mom under the bus. There's a point. All right.
Yeah, I bet.
There is a point.
I'm waiting.
Okay, so
I'm listening too.
yeah, could you shut up for a second and let me talk? My God, women, you just, I'm trying to tell a story and you're ruining the story because you won't shut up.
The last one, the big comment was from Chernobyl Studios. Sorry.
Okay, are you done screwing everything up
I
now?
don't know.
Okay. At moments like this, I'm reminded of one of the greatest philosophers of the 20th century, Iceman from Bodfish, who looked at me one evening across the barbecue and said, "Chicks, man. Chicks." That's really all there is to say when a woman starts yakking like this, isn't it? Yeah. All right. So in the summertime, we fight over the thermostat. I'm a big fat guy. I want it to be cold in my house. And she bitches and complains and whines and yells. And she insists the perfect temperature is 78. It needs to be 78. We need to put it at 78. 78 is the number. I'm not going to be happy unless the thermostat's at 78. Leave it at 78. All right. Okay. So I got tired of arguing with her, and I wrote it down, and I waited. Along comes wintertime. Now it's wintertime, and I like to be a little warmer. It's a little bit too cold, so I turn the thermostat up to 78. She comes by and turns it down to 70 and goes, "That is too hot. It's too hot in this house. I can't take it. If you want me to stay in this house with you one more minute, you turn it down. It can't be at 78. I politely said, whoa, hold on now a second. And I brought out the piece of paper from the summer, and I said, "Look here, you told me 78 was the ideal number and not to touch the thermostat. I agreed. I'm only trying to do what you want. I'm only trying to go with your wishes on this." Once she realized that I had trapped her with her own words, she flipped a bitch. I mean, absolutely, her shit went sideways and she was screaming at me. I think there's still marks on the ceiling from where she was flying around the room on her broom. Oh, it was bad. I mean,
Wow.
it was an indoor woman-made tornado. And all I did was make her live up to her own words. All right?
Yeah. Okay.
That's what you did. Tell me I'm wrong. That is exactly what happened.
Keep going.
Yeah. Did I tell a lie yet?
Keep going.
Except maybe the broom flying around in the broom part, because her broom is broken. So today I'm trying to work on some stuff. I'm super tired. You guys know, if you guys have been on Discord following my health situation, that I had to cut my live stream short last night. I was running out of air and I didn't feel good. I went to bed. I slept. I got up at 1 a.m. and stayed up. I've literally been up the whole time except for a short nap right before this show. But I'm in the middle of show prep, and I'm tired, and I'm cranky, and I'm still not feeling well, and I'm trying to write down some notes, and she does her whole big thing, that thing with Spectrum, finished today. And she comes in here, and she goes, "Well, we're not going to have cable TV anymore." And I said, "I really don't care." I said, "We stream everything anyway, so that's fine." I said, "I use the Spectrum app for maybe one show live. I'll try to catch Yellowstone sometimes live. Other than that, I don't care. I'll just watch it the next day. I'm fine with that." And she says, "Well, we're going to miss NFL Red Zone." And she and I, especially her, she loves NFL Red Zone. They have all the games going all at once. They're showing highlights. They're switching screens. I'm telling you, that she is like a cat chasing a laser pointer when the NFL Red Zone's on. And she will sit in front of that TV and argue at 7 different screens and be caught up and look at her pigskin pick'em. I'm up, I'm down, I'm winning, I'm losing. She loves it. So I was trying to be polite and say, listen, the NFL season's over. Let's wait till next year and we'll see, we'll see if we can get it. She goes, I don't need it. I don't want it next year. It's no big deal. And I said, well, let's wait till next year to decide. We don't want to do it right now. Let's just see. Well, you'd have to get NFL Network, and I don't want to pay for the network. I said, okay, let's just wait till next season. And I go back to what I'm doing. Now she's standing right next to me, right here where I'm sitting. And she goes, well, if we do that, we're still going to have to get DirecTV or AT&T, and I'm not going to pay for AT&T. And I said, I got it. Let's wait till next season, and then we'll make a decision from there. We'll see how much we want it, how much it is, and where we can get it. Well, I don't want to just do this. I don't need it. I said, all right, fine. I snapped. I said, fine. You want to make a decision right now over something that we're not even going to have to worry about till next football season starts? Fine. I've tried to talk you out of it. We'll do it your way. I looked right at her and said, fine, I'm writing this down. You're not getting it. You don't want it. You don't need it. And you don't care about it. I got it. And I'm writing that down. Now, sure as shit, we're going to be having this conversation come next football season, and she's going to say, so what do you think about getting the NFL Red Zone this year? And I'm going to pull out the paper and go, no fucking way. You got in I tried 3 or 4 times to tell you we should talk about this next season, but you wanted to make a point. You wanted to yell at me about it. So I'm writing it down, and I'm making her live up to it. She's going to be stuck with it. I'm going to go, nope. You were very clear. You didn't want it. You don't want it. And you shut me down. You shut me up so you don't get it. I'm letting you know this is the way she behaves. And I'm letting you know I write shit down and I bide my time. I'm very much like Mrs. Forwatton when it comes to that shit. Only I have a one-track mind. It's just against my wife. Mrs. Forwatton has Mrs. Forwatton is like J. Edgar Hoover. She's got files on everybody, but I don't. I only have files on her. So we went through that. That was another thing. Okay, so I'm going to hydrate, and you're going to read whatever's between the sheets, comma, sweetheart.
Oh, how about if I say I'm done?
With what?
Oh, you need me now.
Well,
so you need me now.
I think the people need you now. I think you're doing this for the people. Don't do it for me.
Oh, the people need me now.
Wouldn't you say? Wouldn't that be fair? A fair assessment? Go ahead, read the sheets, woman. Let's go.
Okay, Crystal Q answered your question about in 1974, my parents ordered and built my childhood home, referring to the Sears catalog.
Wow, I have never met a person that was participated in that ever. That's amazing.
Cool, huh?
Yeah.
And so Dean Raggett said, I wasn't here for the last 2 years, but I'll be here for the next 2. Congratulations on your 3rd year and all the best, Gen X family.
Dean, thank you for the kind words. It's okay to be late. Just glad you're here.
Insurmountable Cali Cat, there is the most handsome general of the whole media world. Happy birthday and congratulations on 2 years. Here's to 20 more.
20 more? Do you realize how... I don't think I could talk that long. I'll try, Callie. For you, I will put forth my best efforts. Go ahead.
Okay, hang on one second.
Yeah.
James Krantz, he's a new member. It's his first live stream. So everybody say hi to James Krantz.
James Krantz, thanks for joining us. It's a first date. Yeah. You don't got to do anything, man. Just sit back. We'll do all the work.
Guns all $10. Cheers, General and everyone. Hope everything is well. Bottom of the Glass Nation live stream seems like a good time to open my $150 whiskey to enjoy with you.
It is the perfect time. Now, you said 6 guns all, right?
Yeah.
I have been calling him 6 Gun Sal.
Wow.
Well, it didn't. I can't tell what it was. How do you know you're right?
Because I'm always right.
All right.
Kevin Hurl, first time streaming. Love this guy.
Kevin, thanks, my man.
Robo H69, good day from Australia.
Another one from down under. Thank you.
Lionheart, $1.55? Question mark.
He's trying to see who the $2 whore is, and I didn't tell anybody.
And did you change it?
Yes, I did.
It's somebody new?
Well, it's somebody who's very familiar with this program, who's been part of the Bottom of the Glass Nation almost since the beginning.
It's a he.
Huh? Did I give that away?
You said a he.
Oh, shit. Stop
Okay,
getting me to give away clues like that. I've only had 2 drinks.
Midsummer Runner. First time on live stream. So everybody, welcome Midnight Runner. Matt Cushing, welcome to the Bottom of the Glass Nation. Trey Z, member for 10 months. Cheers, General. Breaking out the Gen X Talks glass and some of the good whiskey tonight.
My man.
Loud one, $5. At Shush said, evening, handsome. Oh, wait, she was talking to me, General.
No, she wasn't talking to you. She was either talking to me or she was speaking to everyone in general. But you? No, come on now.
Daniel Velasquez, member for 10 months. I'm an extra.
That dude has been around a long, long time.
Nana A,
Yeah.
member for 3 months. I'm an extra.
Thank you, Nana.
What's the matter? Member for 10 months, saying hi to everyone. I miss you all, but there are too many of you guys to list individually in the chat. Glad to be here with you all.
And she is a Bottom of the Glass Nation member, too.
Yeah.
Heavy hitter.
Vern Ulrich, member for 3 months, Legion of Act.
Know what I mean, Vern?
All right, here's a good one.
All right.
Ja, New Zealand, Ko Tahi, Aroha, I think. Hello from New Zealand.
You just cussed in Navajo.
Probably. Most likely. Richard Weddington. Hey, bud, it's my wife's birthday as well. Shout out.
Hey, why didn't you give us his wife's name? He just like, it's my wife's birthday, but just go ahead and shout my name out. Richard Weddington, Richard Weddington, Richard Weddington, and wife.
And wife. Scott Royston, $20.
Yeah.
From one to another, happy birthday, Gen X Talks and Bottom of the Glass Nation. Praise God. I pray Gen X Talk stays for many years to come. Congrats, Gen Z kid. By the way, I'll be 49, Groundhog Day. Yes, you're handsome, Gen X dad. Ha ha.
Scott has called me handsome. The show can continue. Here we go.
Grateful Ed.
Grateful, not the Grateful
What
Dead.
year Daytona truck do you have?
2005. It's a numbered truck. It's got the plate on it with the number and everything. Yeah, 2005.
Phoenix Star just chimed in and said, just got home from work, eating some dinner, chicken and biscuits and some veggies, but he's here.
He's here. So the idea with the Daytona was I was going to keep that forever. I was going to fix it up. I was going to repaint it, and I was going to be the guy. Because you know how when you're in a neighborhood, Generation X, we all grew up in neighborhoods, and we nicknamed people. Remember? The old lady, or the old man who drives the pickup. That was the guy at the end of the street. We all knew who we meant. Remember the old guy with the pickup? Yeah, we knew who that was. The old lady who walks her dog. We all knew who that was in the neighborhood. Every person had a name. Or the lady who closes her blinds on her house. The cat lady who never comes out of her house. You never see her, but she just gets mail and newspapers. We had nicknames. I was going to be that old guy who at 90 years old drove that orange truck, that orange Daytona. And all the kids in the neighborhood would go, you remember that old guy, that old crusty guy that drove that piece of shit old Dodge orange truck till the day he died? I was going to be that guy. That's what I was saving this truck for. Now the kid wants to buy the truck, and he wants to get it souped up and because it's faster than a normal Daytona. I will tell you that. It's quite a bit faster than a normal Daytona. And he wants to drive it to school. He wants to drive it to his friend's house. He wants to drive it and do stuff. And I'm like, all right, I'll work something. We have a handshake agreement on it already. I said, I'll work something out with you and, give it to you for a couple bucks. And, but one of the deals is you got to go to college. You got to go and do your stuff. That was trying to keep him on the hook for that. So, yeah, that's the Dodge. And I'm going to be heartbroken. If that was my I was just going to drive it forever. That was the one thing I was keeping and going to be old. And now he comes up and goes, Dad, I should be driving that. So.
And Two Bear has an announcement.
Two Bear does. What's up, Two Bear?
If you are parking in the no parking, your vehicle is being towed. The general is not responsible for items left in the unit.
That's a nice way of saying behave, or he's going to kick your ass out of the comment thread.
I just had to make that announcement. It came over the internet.
All right. So
April Oliveras, member for 9 months. I'm an extra. Beautiful Disaster, member.
Over for that.
We are
Are you going to let me get back to what I want to say now, or are you going to keep reading the...
I'd like to read them.
Then blow through them. Let's go, sweetie.
The Nintendo Man 64. I'm about to move to your area soon, coming from Illinois. Anything culture shock I should look out for?
Yeah, taxes are high, homeless people are everywhere, and nobody gives a shit about the rules anymore out here. It's becoming the Wild West. So
But it also
holster up.
depends on where he's going.
Well, I was being vague and in general. Holster up when you get here. That's my advice. I'm not wrong.
Okay. Krista Rose, member for 10 months. It's been great fun riding on this bus. It's been awesome watching this story unfold.
You know, that's a big part of it, is that you guys in the last 2 years, you've got to watch the kid grow up. He's changed so much since he was 15 and he started those videos, and his voice has changed. His look has changed. He's more mature. We've all watched him grow up over the last 2 years. And we've also, you guys know a lot about the family, a lot of the family stuff that we've lived through and things that have gone on in our life and in our marriage and in our relationship. You guys have been part of that too. It really has been an interesting 2 years. I will give you that.
3 more, and then you can go on.
Okay, go.
Survivor Zed, welcome to the Bottom of the Glass Nation.
My man, Survivor, thanks for joining up.
Laura, member for 10 months. Congrats on 2 years. Love you. Love ya. Love your show.
And
Diver Monkey, $1.99. The $2 whore is...
I haven't said, and no one's guessed. So
And now I have a PayPal, and then you're on your own.
that's what you keep saying.
I know.
All right, go.
Sammy Joe, Disney Mama,
Yeah.
$10. Happy birthday, Gen X Talks. I miss seeing your face. It's been a while, beautiful Gen X Mom. This one is for Gen X Mom's Spa Day Fun. I'm
No.
glad you loved your bracelet.
God
That's
damn it, we got to stop that shit.
Wait, why?
Because you have a table fund that Mrs. Fort Watton always brings up. Once in a while, she'll remind everybody there's a dining room table fund because I drilled holes in this one.
Yes,
and there's
you did.
pictures of it on the pay sites, subscriber sites, Patreon, General's Lunchbox, and Facebook, and YouTube members. I posted pictures of the devastation. So she's got you going for that. Then there's the nail fund every now and then. Now there's a spa fund.
Yes.
There's all these little things. Why? What?
I'm like probably the most anxious for the studio to get here.
I know, because you want your dining room back, and you want all of this garbage out of your house.
I can't buy a table till you
No.
get out of there.
That brings us back to sunny point number 3. Everybody asked about the table. Now, we talked about Buford. We talked about how good everybody did supporting him and where the big money came in, the huge number, and that he's the number one kid forever. We talked about the studio working its way this way. Then we go, the sunny point number 3 was Mom's dining room table. Everyone says, where's the table? Where's the table? Well, I can't move all of this stuff out to the studio until the studio gets here. And until everything's out of here, I have no place to put a table. I can't even have her go shopping for one. So the money is stacking up. Believe me, she's written all this stuff down. She knows how much money is going to what thing, and she's going to collect. She absolutely is going to collect that. We'll probably do a matching funds thing for her table, when it comes time, just so you guys know. I won't shy away from that. Mrs. Four, she ropes me into that stuff all the time. So that's the deal. Anyway, where are we at? So Buford and the studio, and then the moms.
Mrs. Four said Mom should have her dining room back by Easter. She said so.
Yeah, it should be before that.
Mrs. Four said so.
Yeah, I caught that. You're emphasizing that it needs to get done before then because now I have a deadline. See, when Mrs. Ford does that stuff, she lights a fuse. And then it's like the Mission Impossible theme starts playing and I got to hurry. So anyway, going back to, I'll come back to my screen. Gen X Mom, your mic is on, but the picture is just on me. So if you talk, they're going to hear you. Start cussing me out, they're going to hear you.
Okay.
So going back over some stuff, you got to think about how 2 years ago he started on TikTok and nothing was on YouTube and nothing was on Facebook. And for the first couple months, it was just on TikTok. And then he threw everything on YouTube, all the videos that he had, just threw them all on there and made a channel. Didn't do anything with it, didn't organize anything, just left it. When we finally started getting serious about organizing the Facebook pages, and there's 2, you have to have a personal one for Gen X Talks before you can have a business one. So that's why there's 2. And then on YouTube, by the time his videos were up 4 or 5 months, actually longer than that, 10 months, almost 10 months. And he only hit 5,000 subscribers in 10 months. And we got serious. We spent some time reorganizing and putting things up there and getting stuff, like we were paying attention to the pages, monitoring them. Gen X Mom and him started doing the nostalgia stuff on Instagram, and we had 600 people on Facebook, and we had 300 people on Instagram. And now we're closing in on 400,000 of subscribers on YouTube. We've crossed over 160,000 on both Facebook pages. And I think we're closing in on 120,000 on Instagram. And his TikTok is over 1 million. It's quite impressive when he's got an idea, he sticks to his idea and he runs with it. And we've tried other things. You guys, some of the things you guys remember. How many guys remember that we had a blog? Yeah. We had a blog for a little while.
I try not.
That didn't work out. We set it up. We had categories in, and every day I'd go in and try to talk to people. And so it fell on its face. It didn't work. Nobody liked it. So we ran it for probably 3 or 4 months. If you remember Allie and I, we ran it. We tried to stay out. It didn't go anywhere. Didn't take. Nobody liked it. We got rid of it. There was things we tried that we just had to let go of, but we've changed things as we went around. You guys did it? How many of you know that we had a phone number? Yeah, we had a dedicated phone number for Gen X Talks that you could call and leave a message on, or if we were on a live stream, you could call in, and we had that for, 3 or 4 months. But it was hard keeping it going because I didn't want to pay for an extra phone line. And then, so we tried to use one of those apps where you're like, well, we'll just use a wireless app. We don't need cell service. That didn't work out. And then we kept forgetting to check the messages, and we didn't respond to the text messages that came through. We finally ended that. That didn't work out. That was another one. Well, the podcast has changed. I mean, you guys have seen the format to the podcast change quite a bit. We started out one way, and we changed directions. Now, for some reason, the thing that has caught momentum on the podcast, and if you guys can put up the moderators can put the link for you guys, and it's really, really growing. It is really gaining traction, way more than I thought. We changed over to just Gen X Mom and I talking about our day, talking about the kids, talking about like if a new rule or a new law or something comes up with the school system or something that the idiot kid does, we talk about it, we integrate it, we talk about personal stuff too. And it has tripled our numbers since we made that change about 5, 6, 7 episodes ago. So we make changes. We try to shed away things if they're not doing real well, and we turn them in a direction that it's going to be more interesting and people will pay attention. And now we're doing it with Gen X Talks Gaming. That's the next big one. We're going to try to change the gaming over to, we're going to do some stuff in there to start picking up some numbers there. We got the foundation. We kind of got it set. It's called Trippy and the Kid Gaming, and now Mrs. Big Rig, she's on staff here. She's joining the gaming. So that goes on Twitch and simulcast on Facebook. You don't see it really on YouTube. I think the YouTube simulcast will be when I'm playing and we're on Halo. When I'm drinking and I'm cussing at children, they'll simulcast it on YouTube where you guys can see me yelling at kids. So in the last 2 years, we've gone through a lot of changes. A lot of stuff has happened in there. We're not above changing things. We're not above trying new stuff and getting rid of stuff that doesn't work. And that's important. Okay, let me jump over between the sheets, and then we're going to do something fun. Okay, and the kid's interrupting the program like he counts around here. He's going to get thrown out. The bouncers are going to throw his dumb ass out.
Who remembers big shows? Who remembers big shows?
You're going to talk about my trivia questions. You're going to give away answers on my trivia questions.
I'm too knowledgeable.
You can't participate. You can't win. No, you can't win Gen X Talks merchandise.
Trivia is my favorite.
Get out. You're ruining my show, man.
Okay, wait. Can I say something real fast?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I might do a live stream tomorrow on the official birthday. I don't know. Depends on how I feel. Let's be honest here. Some people like to take a day off, especially on their anniversary. So, I will say, Gen X Talks would be nothing without you guys.
Amen to that.
Dad and I say, you know what? I'd stream even if there was 20 people watching, even if there was 10.
Yeah.
Which is true. I would, because I'd have a great time. It's just something for me to vent.
But do you remember we did that? We started live streaming and there was 3 people. Then there was 13. We were happy when we broke 30 people. We're like, we had 30 people watching tonight.
And I think that you guys are the ones who have grown this into what it is
Absolutely.
today.
Would be nothing without you guys.
We've
Agree.
improved, of course, but man, you guys are the ones who have made this what it is today, and I can't thank you enough for it. For the
Thank
people
you,
that
guys.
have just come by for the last month to support us, or the silent viewers who have been watching for a year who just like to watch because they like to hear my dad.
Yeah, they don't comment, but they're there.
You know,
They subscribe,
this
yeah.
has been the longest I've ever accidentally tricked people into babysitting my dad before. This is probably the longest babysitting, most committed babysitters I've ever seen. In
You
my
are the most committed babysitters. You show up every time at 6 o'clock to babysit me for an hour or longer.
So yeah, just because I came up with the idea and just because I work at this doesn't mean you guys don't do your part.
Absolutely.
And I love you guys for it.
And there we
I hope I
go.
didn't say that too early. I'm
You-
still working that.
No, you said it too many times. Can you leave now? If you say one more time that this
fine.
channel would be nothing without you, I'm going to count. Go, okay, we're at 7. That's 7 times he said it. There's 8. 8 times he said it. There's 9.
Right.
I don't do that.
No, it's a handshake. You
Oh,
don't do a
yeah, I do handshakes.
Okay, thank you for 2 years of service.
Yeah,
Thank
where's
you.
my gold watch?
No, you don't get one.
Well, I got a pink slip. You cutting me loose?
No, you get like a little ribbon that says "Good job."
I don't want a ribbon. I don't want a participation ribbon. Good job for
it's
2
not
years.
participation, it's
Well, did I get first place?
No, well,
They're just going to say that it's going to be a 2 years showed up for 2 years. That's bullshit. There's Gen Z at his finest. I can't tell you how stupid that is. Gen Z at his finest telling me I get a participation ribbon for hanging out for 2 years. Romy, member for 10 months, bottom of Glass Nation. Where am I? I don't know. How, did you start smoking before the show, Romy? I don't know where you are. PayPal, Elizabeth Rojas. Hello, handsome general. Apologize for being late. Well, Elizabeth, there is a penalty for that. We'll talk about that. Willie K, turn my whole screen orange, $20. Congratulations on 2 years, General. Love your wisdom and your knowledge. Gen X Mom, thank you for all you do and keeping the general focused. Okay, I don't know that she does that. Let's be fair. She's a distraction. Yeah. This is for the general to use as he sees fit. It's going to the Whiskey Fund, my fine feathered friend. Thank you very much for that. The Wicked Widget Productions, $20. This one is for you, General. The Whiskey Fund, have a drink on me. Thank you very much. That's 2 from Wicked Widget. Thank you, Wicked Widget Productions. The man they call Jay, member for 8 months, bottom of the Glass Nation. Big show every first Tuesday of the month. I was just wondering where that has been. I love this bar and this family we all are a part of. E. Ross, $1.99. Happy birthday, young man. That's to the kid. We'll pass that along, E. Ross. Let me back up. The man they call Jay, the big shows, which some of you remember the big shows, they were a game show. Oh, we'd light up TikTok. We'd have 2,000 people watching. And we did paper toss and stuff like that. It was a game show. It was a lot of fun. The problem is it's very difficult to set up. We have to take all of our gear from here and take it into the kitchen or the garage, and we have to set up Gen X Mom's laptop, and we got to build a quick makeshift studio in one of those 2 places, and it became tough. And then I was getting irritated with the kid because it was like he wasn't paying attention to what we're doing. When you do a show with someone else, there has to be some give and take. And like 3 shows in a row, he wouldn't shut up. I would start talking, and he'd start talking, so I'd wait, and then I'd start talking again, and he'd jump right in, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, dude, are you going to let me fucking talk? And by the 3rd show, I was so mad. I go, I can't do this anymore. I wanted to quit because I couldn't talk. And he was going through some learning curves, and he's a teenager. They don't know when to shut the fuck up. They don't. And so there was animosity, there was strife, there was creative differences. We were still doing it. But then it was moving the studio was tough. And what happened was that a couple times we missed the show, and the kid kind of forgot. And all of a sudden he goes, hey, we haven't done a big show like in 3 months. We're like, no shit. And we're trying to point out to him, if you're not paying attention, we're not going to do it. I'm not that interested in doing TikTok unless he comes running home from school and kicks in the door and says, all right, we got to do a big show. If he's motivated, if he's thinking about it, if he's in, then we're in too. But we pulled back on that. Now, I got to be honest with you, the kid's motivation for doing stuff with Gen X Talks, for building his brand on all fronts has come full circle. The last few weeks, he's really been, hey, what are we doing over here? And how's this going? And what questions he's never asked before. He's turning more into that adult status where he's paying attention. And now he wants to know some of the details that he hasn't been paying attention to for a couple years. We like that.
Are we going to bring those big shows back?
It's up to the kid completely.
It sounds like I think we're going to do it when the studio gets here.
That's
right?
yeah, part of the studio being built, and we talked with Lion with design. We're designing a big tall counter that can be just slid away from the wall. We can do the big show, and because the cameras are all going to be set, and microphones, they're always going to be in place in the studio, so we can just go out there and do stuff. Everything's going to be set where it goes. So, excuse me, with that in mind, yeah, the big shows can come back, and if the kid wants to do them, I'm in. They're a lot of work. They are a lot of work because they are literally a game show. The object of those big shows is to make you guys laugh the whole time. So, all right, where was I? Did I get everything in here? I don't think I did. I had one more. It said E. Ross, Mrs. Fort Watton. Mrs. Fort Watton, is Lionheart the $2 whore? Yes. And she said, ho. Mrs. Four, he is. Lionheart is the $2 whore. I'm not going to read any more of those because she's jumping that screen around. I'm leaving that. I can't keep up with.
Where'd you stop? Would you like me to read them?
I've only read. You are now back on camera, by the way. I've only read Mrs. Four's in red. I didn't read any of the other ones.
All right. So did you read Steve Osselin?
I just said I only read Lions, or I only read Mrs. Four's. Okay.
Steve
Got it?
O, silent viewer here. I comment occasionally. Love the show.
There's one of the guys we're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, Laura says big shows were second Wednesdays. I still have them marked on my calendar, hoping they'll come back.
She's right. It was the second Wednesday of every month. That is correct.
Mrs. Four told you to hydrate, so take a breath and hydrate. I got this. Lord Crispy gave $1.99.
Lord Crispy.
Devin McCarthy gave $1.99.
Devin is Kevin's brother. Let's just
So
pretend.
Lionheart is the $2 whore tonight.
Lionheart
That's a little
is.
cheap, don't you think?
What's that?
It's a little cheap.
For him, no, it's right on track. We might have overpaid him a little bit for being the $2 whore. Remember, he was the original $1.55 whore. Remember back when it was $1.55?
Yes. Lionheart says Madam Four knows when I'm by her peaches.
Oh yeah, because you're putting his face by her peaches. Those in the jar right there. Those perfectly
It's getting
ass-shaped
full.
peaches.
Can
It
somebody
is.
knock all those out for me, please?
Clean the jar.
Can you guys clean the jar, somebody?
All right, so here's what I want to do. I want to make this.
Oh, I think there is one. Paul just gave $10.
No, it's got to be more than 10.
It's got to be more than
It's
10?
got to be $21. Paul Grable, $10. $10 won't do it. I don't think it will. I think $10 is
It has
is
to
still.
be 20 and over?
Yeah, I think it's peaches. I think 10 just put in some more of Mrs. Fort Watton's lovely ass shaped
Really?
peaches. Yeah, you watch.
I guess I just never get to watch it. I'm busy doing the sheets.
Here it is. Look at Paul. Here it comes. $10.
Let's watch it.
Oh,
Where's it going to go? It's
Told
coming
you.
out.
well, a little bit. Yeah, he knocked out a subscriber in one of Lion's faces.
Wow.
All right. So here's what I want to do. There's two things I want to do for you guys. Can you bring me the paper that's in the printer, sweetheart?
I can.
Get off your
Can you read
big,
the 2 super
fat,
chats that come?
natural white
Loud
ass.
one's going to clean it for me.
Oh, Loud One to the rescue. Is he going to do? And Two Bear to the rescue. Loud One says $21 jar be gone for his would-be girlfriend. And what's Two Bear doing in here? Two Bear did the same thing for you. Look at that. Two Bear and Loud One to your rescue. All right, let's watch those explode, and then we'll read what's on the paper here. There we go. Here's two. Oh, $2 whores in there. 21,
Thanks, guys.
21.
Thanks, Loud One and Two Bear.
Here they come. Watch.
I'm watching.
Look at.
That's it.
My God.
Oh!
What do you mean that's it? It cleaned the whole goddamn. Now look at that. We got stuck with 3 of Lionheart's faces and only 1 of Mrs.
Oh
Four's
my
ass
gosh.
shaped peaches.
Rick Howe Jr. gave $1.99, said, I'm the $2 whore. LOL. Love
right.
your content.
I wasn't going to do this, but I got so many requests over the past year about read. You guys, they wrote down. This started back when Allie was here, and they started a list of common phrases. Remember when we were going to do that? We were going to write down the common things I say. And I remember in a staff meeting one time going, I don't repeat myself that
yes,
much.
you do.
I don't have that many phrases.
Yes, you do.
So Allie and the rest of staff started writing down things that I say often. They weren't writing them down often. They were writing down the things I say often. Learn to put your punctuation where grammar's important. Okay.
But can I do my PayPals now?
I didn't even know you were trying to do PayPals.
I wrote PayPals on the sheets.
Well, you're doing the sheets, so you wrote them to yourself. Okay, go. Just go. I tell you.
Okay, take a breath.
Taking a breath.
Sammy Joe gave $10 just because you said stop. Here's to the Gen X Talks Table
My
Fund.
God. Sammy.
Loud One gave $600 on
No
PayPal.
fucking way.
$500 of this is towards next sponsorship. Just letting you know, we wish you all the best in the future. The last 2 years has been an epic journey. $600.
No, wait. He said 500 was towards the for the podcast sponsorship. What's the other 100 for?
He didn't say.
Where do unallocated funds go?
To Mom.
Whiskey.
April gave $20 and did not say where it was going. Oh, wait, no, I lied. She ordered.
Wow. She ordered something and you called it a PayPal donation.
I'm so sorry, April. I will get your order out right away.
My God. You know what? We should have a camera on you where people could just watch you fill orders all day. Stuff in boxes.
No,
because you do it in your robe.
That, guys.
You do it in your robe and you cuss and scream when your stamps.com machine doesn't work and you yell. By the way, one of the notes on there for doing those were sponsoring Loud One, sponsoring the podcast with Loud Trouble LLC, Coast to Coast Moving. He requested that we have to do the podcast naked. I'm just saying. So you got to go along with that or you lose your sponsorship. Listen, I don't make the rules, okay? I'm just reading the script here as it goes. Okay. So Loud One and Two Bear emptied your jar and glass becomes a jazz.
Come on.
I know, I'm trying to. I've only had 3 drinks tonight too.
Thank you, Loud One, for the sponsorship.
So I'm going to read this. These are supposedly things that I say often, and I don't think so. There may be a couple in here, but they've wrote down 2 sheets of them. There is no
trivia?
No, this is just repeating things I say out loud.
They're asking for a sound check, General.
I can't do it with a shot glass. I can't pour deeply into a shot glass.
That's true.
I mean, I can
just say cheers.
make that. If it was a highball glass, I could do it, but I can't pour it in there.
You
All
can't
right.
have a highball glass yet.
Here we go.
There, everyone. Cheers.
Remember when you had lunch today and you got that look on your face and I go, what? And you said, just as a note, don't eat chocolate cake and vanilla ice cream and chase it with an iced tea.
Yeah. That was fuck.
Oh, well, that's what happens when you drink water here. Okay. Let's see how many of these you agree and disagree with. I don't think these are things I normally say. There cannot be this many. I can't repeat myself this many times, but let's see what you guys came up with. All right. I can turn this down, but I can't turn it off.
Yes.
Tina Plexico from Mexico buys her gas at Texaco. You're welcome, America and Denmark. Bartaloot bananas. Well, I'm wonderful. Just ask me. I'll tell you. I can't believe you guys wrote these things for me. Jesus H. Tap Dancing Christ. Some people's kids. To me, this feels like sitting around a bar together, drinking and talking. Now, here's one I agree with. Chicks, man. Chicks. But what do I know? I'm just a dumb mechanic in the middle of the desert.
There you go.
No. This one we just said, unallocated funds go to the whiskey fund. Is this your first time here on the program? It's like a first date. Just sit back and I'll do all the work. All right. You caught me on that one. If I'm looking there, I remember. If I'm looking right here, I'm not reading over there. I can't read the comments down here. Oh, here's one we haven't said in a while. Los Angeles time. Now, as you might have noticed, why is that on here? Why is that a thing? As you might have. Oh, because I say, as you might have noticed. Okay. All right. Now bum 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 bum. It says bum 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 bum, the famous filler. That's when I'm looking for something to read. I'm like bum 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 bum. So there's no dead air. No. I say no. He's a good friend of mine. We go way back. In fact, we went to different high schools together.
Oh man.
Oh, the cigar one's on here too. You guys wrote in the cigar one. Isla del Sol, sun-blessed cigars, hand-wrapped in the laps of virgins.
Yes.
Women virgins, I hope, it says. Now, here's one I remember saying, but it's been a year. When I was looking at comment section, it says, scrolling, keep them comments scrolling, rawhide.
Said that.
Oh, here's another one I stole from Eddie Izzard. Good. Glad you're coming along with me on that one. And then I keep talking my story. I can't believe you guys wrote all these in here. I will lose my mind.
Hey, just so you know, Allie is in here. She's listening to her list.
Yeah, this is I would say this is 90% Allie,
Yes,
8% staff, and then 2% you guys writing stuff in because they were all, I'm sure you guys wrote all these in, but they already the staff had them down. Elizabeth called me handsome. We can now begin the show. Do I say bunch of jabronis a lot? Because that's on here. That was the bottom of that list. Bunch of jabronis. All right. Why don't you go outside and punch yourself in the nuts until you're unconscious and the sprinklers wake you up in the morning?
You used to say go play with the...
Go outside and punch yourself in the nuts until you're unconscious. Let the sprinklers wake you up in the morning.
Go play tiddlywinks with the manhole cover.
Manhole covers. Yeah, go play marbles in the freeway. For those of you under the age of 35, go look it up. One for Mrs. Four Watton's favorite one's coming up. Let me start with my 3-part apology.
Yes.
Maybe that's not Mrs. Four. Maybe that's every woman's favorite line from me. Let me start. Because when I get to that point, when I have to...
I get those a lot.
Yeah, I've really fucked up, haven't I? Oh, my God. Anybody younger than me as a kid? Anybody older than me as an old man? Smicky! That's like Romy!
Yeah.
The two I yell at. The lovely, the classy, the beautiful, the ever-present Mrs. Four Watton. Wow. Okay, I don't think I've ever actually said out loud, I need to find my pants.
Yes, you have.
I've typed it. I don't think I've ever said that out loud.
I think you have.
Now, here's a good one. That's exactly the way I remember it. Give or take a lie or two. Okay, you don't have to you don't have to say it along with me.
I do too. Everybody is.
No one's even, there's probably no one even remembers these. There's probably like 6 people.
There's many people that remember all these. They're saying it.
Okay. I can't, this is one Allie wrote, and I remember asking her about this a long time ago. And I said, do I say that? She goes, you say it every night. And it says, fuck, the screen jumped on me. That normally happens on Facebook when you're reading comments and the screen jumps. Mortimer Duke. He's not even around anymore. Has anybody seen Mortimer Duke? Mortimer Duke, I will not be trading places with you. Circle the wagons. We have Two Bear to blame for that shit completely. I said circle the wagons one time, and it was the drunken pomegranate stain on your kitchen counter, circle the wagon story. I don't even remember it.
Deepak says everyone so far is accurate.
No, that cannot be true. I could not have said these things. Some of these things I've said maybe twice.
Phoenix Common Star says, no grown man should ever be able to make the noises you make come out of your mouth.
Okay, he stole that line from me because I used that on him. That's it. Although I think I did. Did I do the whining baby noise I make in Vegas? I might have done that for Marcus that one time because he did Marcy. And I'm like, yeah, I know you should not be able to, a human man should not be able to make that noise. But I said, I got one I should not be able to make either. And I looked around. I think we're in the VIP bowling area, and I looked around. I think I did the baby crying voice for him once. God.
There's so many people that remember stuff. They're all saying it. Nicholas Newton says, I remember the pomegranate stain night.
I didn't. I had to wake up the next morning, and everyone goes, dude, that was so inspiring. Great story. And I said, what? And I couldn't remember. And then you showed me I drank a handle of whiskey that night. I put away a handle, and I was like, I don't fucking remember a goddamn thing.
Brian Ivany says, yes, every single one is accurate. I've heard them all many times.
Not many times. Some of these I've only said 1 or 2 times. I call bullshit on some of these.
Mrs. Watton pulled one.
What'd she say?
I haven't had an original thought since 1973.
My God.
Can I head out with Elias?
No.
What?
You're still grounded. Go talk to your mother. You're grounded for having bad grades. You think one first place trophy buys you shit?
You're not going anywhere.
Ooh, you hear him? He's in there right now. He changed his clothes and everything, got all dressed up, did his hair, and now he's asking if he can leave. He's still grounded for fucking up his grades.
I'm serious. Until your grades are up, then you can go.
Wow, you got dressed in everything. You thought this was a done deal.
No way.
Oh, the satisfaction of being a parent. You're doing it right.
And you put it on a live stream.
Yeah, you put it on a live stream, June. You just got smacked. You got your dick knocked in the dirt.
And you know what they say when you put us in front of your friends or our friends?
The answer's always no. Yeah, we just talked about that on a podcast. Like last time, we let them know that was a family rule.
E-Ross says, get your damn grades up. See?
Yeah. Okay, where am I at? Did I circle the wagons? I won't get no badonkadonk. I don't say that. Don't make me drink alone. Okay, I do say that. Welcome to the train wreck. I do say that. Let's kick this pig. All right, you guys got me on that one. Oh, here's one from way back. Remember when I used to give those rants about California and how come I haven't left California yet? And I describe it, and I get to the end and I go, I personally feel that when God created the earth, he knelt down and kissed Yosemite Valley. That's how beautiful Yosemite Valley is. I'm sorry. You will believe there is a God when you come out of that tunnel. You will. All right. Well, fun fact, Freddie, I'm glad you showed up tonight. Yeah, I remember saying that with some idiots. Well, don't worry. We're almost done. When you became a member of this program, you just bought a first-class ticket on a plane that is sure to crash. Oh, the truth is at the bottom of the glass. Let's go find it together. Boy, if that isn't someone giving someone else permission to drink.
Kevin Grimes just says, don't forget, tits up.
Tits up. Yeah, we do that every time right before the show starts. Here's one. I'm going to shed a purple Twinkie.
Yeah, everybody's waiting for that.
Shed a purple Twinkie. Calm your tits. What the fuck, man? Now, how often do I say what the fuck, man? I never say that. If I want your opinion, I'll give it to you. And lastly, finally, to close out every segment, written on the paper, I'll catch you guys on the flip side. I do say that from time to time.
Phoenix came up with another one that wasn't on there.
There can't be any more. Half of those were bullshit anyway. I don't say those all the time.
Welcome to the Gen X Talks radio program. Everybody's going to have a wonderful time. Please keep your arms and legs inside the vehicle at all times. The World Show live after you met me, General.
My God.
They know you so well.
All right. Burn through the sheets, sweetheart, and then we'll get to the trivia with prizes.
All right. Bart Neal, $1.99. Loud One, $10 for whiskey. Mad Jeeper, NH, live free or die.
My man.
Loud One again for $5. I vote we change Sammy Joe's name to Disney Pineapple.
Oh, my God. Yeah. Can we do that?
I don't know.
Lionheart, next time you're in Discord, change her name at least for the day to Disney Pineapple. That is so fucking fitting. Loud One. That's Australian wit at its finest. That's great. That is absolutely stellar.
Disney Mama Sammy Joe, $5. I vote we change Loud One's name to the Australian Lolly Leader Lollipop Guild.
He's not that short. He's not a part of the lollipop. You're that short, Sammy Joe. He's not that short. You can't put him in the Lollipop Guild. For those of you under the age of 35, the Lollipop Guild refers to a movie called The Wizard of Oz. If you haven't seen it, you can leave the live stream now and go check it out.
So before you go on, I want to tell anybody, if one of those comments that he has, if you have a new one, please email me.
No, there's no more.
GenXTalks.com, and I'll add it to the list.
There's no more.
So if you can think of something that the general has said, again, genxmom@genxtalks.com, and send it to me. I will put it on there.
Elizabeth Rojas is writing some shit in here. She's got stuff she's writing. One of them I agreed with. The other ones I don't. Now I lost it. I can't find it. My screen jumped on me. All right. So now what we're going to do is we are going to go to a little trivia. Now listen, I know you guys are going to fuck this up because you're all old like me. I do not want you to put it in the comment section. Somebody, Gen X Mom, put up the email you want them to use, which is genxdadtalks@gmail.com.
I've been putting it up all night.
Okay, so open up your email browser in a separate window or on a laptop if you're watching it on TV. Two Bear, all you have to do is snap your fingers and tell that woman across from you to get that email ready. Two Bear's thinking, I've already got every piece of shit Gen X gear you've got. You've already given it to me. I don't want any more of it in my house. He's not even going to play. All right, you have to email Gen X Mom with the answer, okay? If you put it in the comment section, in fact, all moderators, anybody who answers in the comment section, if they give you the wrong answers can go in the comment section. But if they give you the right answer, just put them in a timeout. Put them in the goddamn woodshed. All right? Got to put them in the woodshed. And because that's not where we want the answers. We want the answers in the email. That's how people win.
Hey, you're going to love this.
Yeah.
Ashley Beth Crawford already sent an email saying Joe Haney has to be an answer for some question.
It was.
She's already in the email.
It was. That was like the third question was, who was the guy who lived in the woodshed with the goat?
Well, she already sent her email.
How the hell did she do that? I haven't even asked the questions yet. That was one of the questions.
Well, I think she won.
Wow, we got to send her something special. She jumped the gun on that.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, you got to write her. Make sure you have her address. If she might have included it, or you might have already had it, but make sure you get her address. We need to do something special for her. That was just goddamn brilliant.
That's been a while.
And how did she know that was going to be an answer?
I don't know.
Wow. All right, let me see if I can help out here. All right, there's the email. See it on top of your screen? genxdadtalks@gmail.com. That'll help you. That's where we're going. Now,
I am standing by on the email.
please let me get to my book of lies. Let's run down memory lane covering the last 2 years of Gen X Talks and see what we can stir up. All right. Well, we can't use that one anymore. The woodshed. Actually, it was the second question. The woodshed. Who was the guy who lived in the woodshed? Well, I guess that one's gone now. Thanks a lot for ruining my time there, Ms. ABC. Good job, Ashley Beth Crawford. All right. Here's one that goes back, not to the beginning, but it definitely goes back a year. What was the name of the guy that I screamed at for not paying his child support? That was one of the.
Oh my God!
That was one of the first big rants. Remember that? That was one of the first big slices. Gen X Talk slices. Loud ones over here. $21. We are about to open the box with the decanter to look at it for the first time. We haven't seen it yet. Loud one, you're not going to be disappointed. That was from the Sun Valley Fox. You're not going to be disappointed. You won that. You won that bid, and you own it. And there's one. There's one in the whole world, and you guys have it.
I think Marcus got it. I'm hoping.
Okay.
I mean, Phoenix Comet Star. Sorry.
Phoenix Comet Star. What was his answer?
Robert Jones.
Robert Jones, my man. Good job, Marcus. You got it. That's good. He got it. I wasn't sure how many people were. I kind of figured we'd have like 30 people in here going, what the fuck are you talking about? This is stupid. It's not really stupid if you've been part of the program for a long time. It's kind of nostalgia. It's part of the family. It's family history. And what else do you talk about at a family reunion? It's family history. Well, that's what we're doing here. All right. So email's up again, genxdadtalks@gmail.com. Your first one in, you win a prize. Bum, 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 bum. There's two that are going to be really difficult. Okay. One of them goes way back, and one of them goes about halfway back, about a year back. So let's do the one that goes back about a year, I think. We are on Discord. Okay. We are on Discord now. That is our chat room. That is where we hang out. That's what we do. But briefly, we had a different server, not Discord. What chat room did everybody go to talk for about a month or two, and then we switched over to Discord?
Wow.
What was it called? Because there was a lot of us in there. We didn't like it. It didn't work. Mrs. Four hated it, but she was there.
Mrs. Four hated it.
Oh, she hated it. She told me, oh, this is so much better now that we're over here. I like it so much.
I remember her saying
that. Yeah, she's breath of fresh air when we went to Discord. What was it called? What was the old place called?
Oh, man.
That's a tough one.
Found one. I got one.
Who?
Mary Mistretta said Rumble.
Ooh, that's close. That is really, really, really close, but it's kind of incomplete.
Oh, and there's quite a few that are saying Rumble. Oh, wait. Brian Ivany, Rumble Talk?
That's the one. Rumble Talk. Yeah, it's not Rumble. No. It's not Rumble. It's Rumble Talk. Yeah, I'd be pissed too, Riker. I'd be angry about that shit. Fuck those guys. Whatever they're doing there. Anyway, yeah, so Brian that was a nice pull, Brian, because that was a difficult one. That was about a year ago, and it was only for like 6 or 7 weeks. That was a great pull. That's that. You're talking about somebody who just was like, hey, Brian had to set down his drink for a minute and rub his eyes and go, now, hang on a second. Let me get this. All right. Mrs. Four screwed up one of mine. God damn her. I tell you something. I love you, Mrs. Four. Now, let's see. Here's a tough one, too. And this was... The reason this is going to be tough is because nobody was there. How do you bring up a trivia about something that didn't happen? Okay. Where was the first meet and greet that we ever did and nobody showed up? It was the kid and I standing in a parking lot with our thumb up our ass for 2 hours. Not one person showed up. Where was it?
Mrs. Four is asking, what did she do?
She ruined one of my questions because she brought it up in the comments a little bit ago. Now I got to wait and put it at the bottom and hope nobody remembers.
All right, our first meet and greet.
Where was it? First meet and greet. We drove all the way down there. We talked about it. We advertised it a little bit. We showed up with free T-shirts to give away, and we stood there in the parking lot for 2 hours, and nobody showed up.
Elizabeth Rojas said car show.
Nope, not a car show.
Tiffany Min said Pomona.
Nope, not Pomona.
Matt Cushing said McDonald's.
No, it wasn't McDonald's, but it was a fast food restaurant. That's for sure.
Brian Ivany said car show.
No. Loud one, $21. Let me see. He wrote something else in here. I'm going to grab that while I got a second. Loud one, $21. We fucking love the decanter. This is awesome. Loud one, you have the only Sun Valley Fox decanter on the planet. I've got one that's made for me that's different, but you're the only one that's got that one. There's none others made. There'll never be another one. You have the only original Gen X Talks one. My friend, you own it. You earned it. It's yours. Please, please keep that forever, my friend. Love you, brother.
Ashley Beth Crawford, I-28, parking lot, gas station.
No, and somebody wrote in here. They're putting them in the comment section, you guys.
Hold on. Angel A says Tommy's.
Yes, it was Tommy's.
Angel A.
We were at Tommy's down, what is that in Burbank or Glendale? It's got Burbank. Tommy's in Burbank. We drove down there. We made a big announcement in the San Fernando Valley. The kid and I trekked all the way 150 miles over the hill, and nobody showed up. Not one person. Boy, you want to talk about disheartening? Is like, well, I guess it fucking nobody wanted to show up. I'm good. That's right. It was Tommy's. That's a world famous place. I mean, when you say, hey, we're going to Tommy's in the Valley, there's thousands of people that could have shown up there, and nobody did. All right. Why do you guys keep putting shit in the comment section? We told you not to do that. I'm looking at all the messages in there that are being deleted. Mad Jeeper got deleted. Who else got deleted? Mad Jeeper got deleted again. Romy got deleted. Mad Jeeper again.
They're Gen X. We don't listen to
Let's hope we hit slots got put in the shed. Everybody's going in. Jalen got put in there. Don't put him in the comment section.
We're going to need to add on to the shed.
We're going to have to order a shed after we get our studio belt. Nicholas Newton, Romy, Jeff P. Loud one. You fuckers keep putting stuff in. You know what? I bet if I told them, please answer in the comment section, those fuckers would email it to you. God.
I don't know. They're Gen X.
No kidding. They do what they fucking want and they don't give a shit. All right. There's more. No, we're giving stuff away. We're giving stuff away, but you got to come up with the right answer. All right. Let me touch on something that you guys will remember. We talked about how you guys have been through a lot of the stuff that we've been through for the past 2 years. Family stuff, personal stuff. We've shared almost everything with you. I don't think we've held anything back from you guys. One of them was Gen X's mother passing, which was last April. So coming up on a year. I will tell you that it was her passing was a heartfelt moment. I will not tell you it was a bad experience. Gen X mom will tell you the story And she has such life when she tells you the story about being down there and how it brought her and her brother, the Sun Valley Fox, closer, and her mother's last days were amazing. Absolutely, this connection and this conversation. Gen X mom, we may do it on a podcast where we talk about it, but she doesn't cry when she talks about it. Yes, she misses her mother, but she tells this story with such power that you're drawn into everything she's saying because it's so unique. Very happy. I couldn't have written a better script for the way her mother passed away peacefully with her kids by her side and how the last few conversations went. It was absolutely great. But it did happen, and it was an emotional moment, and she was very upset because she lost her mother. We all got that. We've been through that. Some of us we've either had it happen or it's going to happen. It's part of life. But what was her mother's name? Oh, we shared it a bunch of times because it was a nickname, and it meant something, but what was her mother's name? If you guys were fans of the program, if you guys had your pens and papers out like Mrs. Fort Watton, I bet you remember. So we're looking for an email. What was Gen X mom's mother's name? Yeah, I want to know. I'm sure somebody came up with something. Disney Mama, Sammy Joe, the Sugar Mama. Oh, that's a...
I got one.
That quickly?
Yes.
Who?
Michael Dawson. He says Bima.
That's right. Bima is the right answer. And Gen X Mom, let everybody know why your mother, her entire life, was called Bima.
Well, she was named from one of her grandchildren, actually, because her favorite drink every day at 3 o'clock was Jim Beam and ginger ale. So Jim Beam.
And she became Bima. So
was Bima.
On my screen, it says Disney Mama, Sammy Joe, the Sugar Mama. I'm going to school I'm going to scoot in real close to the mic. I can turn this down, but I can't turn it off. I guess I've said that before, that I'm going to pull this in real close to the mic. You're right. Loud one, $21. We are about to open the box. I got that one. I'm caught up on the sheets unless there's stuff you've missed. Okay? So let me go back here. We still have more to play. Everyone gets a gift. Everyone gets a prize. We're even paying the shipping. That's right. Okay. According to legend, according to Gen X Talk's lore, Gen X Mom, Mrs. Four is asking, are her emails coming through?
Yes, they are.
Okay.
She's like one behind everybody.
Legend has it, and we can be exposed right now. How many children have I raised?
Oh my gosh. That's easy. You
what?
say it all the time.
I don't say it all. Okay, then how come it didn't make this list? It's nowhere on here. If I say it all the time, how come nobody wrote it down? That's right. Wasn't on the list.
Because we don't want to hear it anymore.
Oh, so you're saying you do want to hear all those other things? Is that what you're getting at? Because I'll read them again.
Oh my gosh.
How many kids, according to Gen X Talk's lore, how many kids have I raised?
Whoa. That one's very popular. Oh my gosh. Nana.
Nana got it first?
32.
32 is the right answer. Oh, 320 divided by 10. That's correct. All right, let's move on. Write down who won so we know.
Hold on. Give me a second.
All right, go there.
I got to type this on my phone. I'm like everybody else.
All right. This next one's going to be an extremely hard question because it only comes up in Bottom of the Glass Nation shows. And how do I know? Because it pertains to the origin of Bottom of the Glass Nation. I won't be upset if no one gets this. I will not be upset. All right. But if you get this, if you know this and you write this down, you email genxdadtalks@gmail.com and you get it, I'm going to make sure you get some sort of a gift basket prize. That's how difficult this is going to be. I have told the story several times, not a lot, but 2 or 3 times over the past year, how we became the Legion of X, how we became the Bottom of the Glass Nation. I've told the story about extras being named and all that stuff.
Where's the kid?
Kid, get your dog.
Where'd he go?
Are you playing
Probably mad at me.
He's mad at you. Went upstairs and went back to bed. You left him his phone. He's got his phone. He's fucking up. So, back when I tell the story of how we became who we are, the Legion of X and the Bottom of the Glass Nation, you're a bunch of extras. I'm an extra. No E, just an extra. And you nicknamed the General. That came from somewhere. Remember? there was one person who really led the charge. It was over 2 days. We were all drunk. We kept drinking. We kept live streaming.
I have an answer.
What? I haven't got the question yet.
Michael Montanari said fried.
How the fuck did that guy get the answer when I haven't completely said what I'm looking for?
Is that the right answer?
Yeah, that's the right answer. Fried.
well.
Fried was the guy. And who's Michael Montanari?
He's been around a long time.
I know, but he only talks once in a blue moon, and now he's like pulling the shit out of his ass. That's amazing. Oh, well, I had more of the story to tell.
We have loyal fans.
I was trying to tell more of the story. Can you get my goddamn story out? People are knocking things down. You realize you're swinging at the pitch before I throw the ball. All right.
Shorten it up, baby. Shorten it up.
Oh my God.
Quite a few people said fried after that.
How would they know that? That is such an odd thing to remember from so long ago. I mean, that's really, really a tough one. All right, where am I going here? Don't. Child support. All right, this one's a hard one too.
Mrs. Ford, don't give up. Don't give up. Keep going.
Maybe her internet's slow. You know, she's out in the sticks in Tennessee. Hey, Mrs. Four, feed your squirrels. They'll run faster in that cage. Your electricity will come on brighter. The lights will be brighter. Your modem, everything will work faster. But Mrs. Four, you got to feed them squirrels, seriously. Or, you know, stick them with a cigarette butt and have them get running in that cage. All right. I doubt this is one that's pretty obscure. It's like, that's not even a fair thing to ask, but I'm going to say it anyway. Probably the very first slice I ever remember doing where we cut out a rant was when somebody called me un-American or unpatriotic or something because of my flag. We had the American flag in the background. Remember when that was pretty much the whole background was the American flag? And somebody called me racist, or I forget what they beat the shit out of me about it. You're racist, unpatriotic, blah, 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 blah. I think it was a racist. I got called a racist. And that was my first sarcastic rant I ever went on. Who started that? It turned out to be a mistake, what he was saying, because he was being sarcastic. But he said it like, you're a racist asshole with that flag. You know, you white supremacist racist, whatever he said. And I went off.
I can't even remember.
And then I went off. And then he was like, no, dude, I was just fucking with you. But I'd already gone off. And that became our first slice. And he was still around for a long time. I think he still pops in every now and then. But you got to I got to know who did that, who caused that. I mention it once in a while, every few months, but not very often.
Emails are blank. Nothing's
that's a
coming.
tough one. That is a tough one.
This is a tough one because I can't think who it is.
Yeah. I can't type because I don't have the keyboard.
Explain that again one more time.
One of the very first slices, probably chronologically, it'll be the first one we ever posted, was me. I sliced out a piece of a live stream when the American flag, this is over a year ago, when the American flag was our background, and someone had called me a racist asshole or something because of the flag. And I lost my goddamn mind.
Zoe wrote Bob.
No, not Bob.
Josh Maddox said Robert Jones.
No, Robert Jones was the child support one. And this was before Robert Jones. This was way before Robert Jones. This was the very first one. And I lost my mind and I went sideways. I said, that's it. We're tearing the set down. We're going to go, you're going to shoot. I'm going out back and I'm shooting my dog. And
Ashley Beth Crawford said Michael Rotter.
No, no, Michael Rotter didn't say that. No.
Okay. Michael Dawson says Two Bear.
Yeah, Two Bear would be that kind of an asshole to sarcastically say something like that and not mean it. No, the guy's name was No One.
Was who?
No One, spelled KNOW 1 ONE.
I don't remember that.
He was No One, and he said that, and I repeated it a bunch of times. Yeah, it was No One.
Huh.
True story. Go look it up. Oh,
Beautiful Disaster said I was there for this, but I can't remember.
I knew people were, yeah, there, right there. Two Bear just said it. He got it. He wrote it down. Yeah, it was a lot of people were there for that, and then a lot of people wrote me emails afterwards after we posted it as a slice. That was one of the first reasons we even came up with the idea for a slice, was because of that one. Okay, child support. This is electric extra. And it was fried. Bima. Nobody came. I was there. Okay. I have a question that obviously has an answer, but I'm not sure what the answer is. So we might have to debate, unless you know, Gen X Mom, okay? So if I say the question right now, if you know the answer, just tell me you know, or then you'll know, if you know the answer, you'll know if you got it in an email, all right? Gen X Mom, are you fucking listening?
Yes.
What did I say?
I don't know.
See? I could tell you were off looking at something. I'm here talking to you for 3 minutes. I'm even saying, Gen X Mom, Gen X Mom, Gen X Mom.
Somebody wrote something I was reading that I was like, I wasn't sure if they were getting mad or not.
Can I start over now? Are you actually going to pay attention to your husband?
Go ahead. I'm trying. You know what? I'm doing my job.
Your job, well, you have many jobs tonight. Okay. I don't know the answer to this.
So why are you doing a trivia?
Because somebody's going to know the answer. We're all going to know the answer.
And how are we going to know if it's right?
Because you may know the answer right now, and you'll know which email you're getting. Now, can you folks tell the difference between when she's listening and when she's not? She's, beating me up about the thing. She was being totally silent and staring off at the screen like this last time I was talking. You see what I go through around here? Do you see? Happens every goddamn day. All right, ready?
You know what's wrong with you guys? You guys can't multitask.
I can multitask.
I'm multitasking right now.
I'm moving my mouse around and yelling at you. There's two things.
Wow.
Okay?
Two things.
That's multitasking by definition. Okay. All right, here's the question. Who was our very first staff person?
Very first staff person.
Yeah, or moderator, whatever you want to call that person. I think I know. But the very first staff person we ever had, or helper, or moderator, the very first person we brought on and said, yeah, we could use some help with this. And we may have to ask staff. Staff may be walking around go, wait, were you here before me or was I here before you?
Tracy said Allie?
That's my answer. I think Allie was our very first person. I think we brought people on after Allie. Does that sound right?
Yeah, everybody's saying Allie.
I think so too. That's the way I remember it. I think Allie was the very first addition to Gen X Talks after the three of us had got things going. So who got that right? Tracy.
Won.
Oh, good. Tracy Scott. I love it when it's people I know. That's helpful too. All right. So yeah, see, get Josh, I'm a drummer. He's a drummer. He can multitask. He's a drummer. Okay.
Oh, yeah, that's the definition. You know what, Josh? Be a mom of 8 kids. Oh, I mean 9 when you count my husband.
That's not nice. And
very nice.
It's inaccurate.
I liked it.
All right, this is an easy one. This is maybe our last one. I might have one more. This is a super easy one. So you're going to have to be fast on your emails because you're not going to have to think about it. All right? In Discord, what is the nickname I give Lionheart? He is the what of Discord. Should be coming through really fast. Everyone should know that one.
I'm waiting.
Oh, come on. That's got to be super easy. I say it all the time.
Well, it's a little delayed, so give it a second.
All right. It's got to be there. Lionheart writes, the shit. I'm the shit in Discord.
His wife, Valerie, says Overlord.
Yes, she got it.
His wife was the first one.
Did you see what he wrote, what Lionheart wrote in the comments?
Oh, no, honey, I can't do that and look at this at the same time.
Oh, well, I'll help you. He wrote that he's the shit in Discord. I'm the shit. That's right. His wife got that one. Now you're going to have to send her something nice. You can't.
I will.
You can't send her something like a koozie. You got to send her something.
Devin said the $2 whore.
No, he would have been the $1.55 whore because back in the day. All right. Okay, I think that's it.
By the way, Tracy is what's the matter?
Yeah, I know.
Oh, she told me to tell you that.
Well, I knew who it was. I've got her in she's got my cell phone number. I've got
Matt
her in my
Cushing
phone both
said
ways.
The goat.
He is not the goat. He may be the goat, like a physical goat, like Buford's second cousin, but that's as far as we're going with that. All right, the last one. I'll throw out another easy one. There's the last one, and
that's what
everyone.
you said last time.
You know what? Don't ever speak while I'm talking.
You know what?
Ever.
There's a
Ever.
comfy couch right next to you
Ever.
for the night.
Well, if you want to sleep on it, you go right ahead. Who am I to judge? If that's what you want to do in life, you feel free. Just
Don't worry. You know what? You could sleep on that couch and be right near your computer, so you can
take your dog with you when you go. I can't.
Hey, Tina Plexico's on.
But did she hear her quote from earlier?
No, she just got on.
You're late. You are really, really late. We talked about all the quotes, the things that I say repeatedly, and one of the Tina Plexico buys her gas from Texaco is from Mexico. We had that one in there. Yeah.
Well,
Who's in there for 10 months? Kid Brother Joey, member for 10 months, bottom of the Glass Nation. Good evening, just checking in. Hey, Mom, book so far is grad?
Joey, it is. It's a great book.
He said grad.
I understand what he's doing.
He's finger fucking the keyboard is what he's doing. Grad.
Hey, Joey.
All right, last question. Email your answer for a prize. This will be the last one of the night. Super easy. The General, myself. I was born December 25th in the year of our Lord. What? That's all we're asking.
Oh, people are going to know that one.
That's an easy one. Come on, I'm softballing that one to you. Come on. Somebody got to get that one.
Are you
knocked
sure
out of the
this
park.
is your last one?
That's it. We're done.
Are you sure?
I was going to ask you your bra size, but I'd be afraid how many people would get it right. I'd be like, hey, man.
Wow.
All right, come on now. That was your last one. Did anybody win? Anybody get it?
Hold on. We got to get there.
Mrs. Four, you wrote it in the comment section. God,
Unbelievable.
Mrs. Four.
Whoa. They're all coming in. I got to get to the first one. Hold on. Elizabeth Rojas, 1967.
In the
Then
year
it was
of our
Loud One.
Lord, 1967, Elizabeth Rojas is correct.
She got in before, oh my gosh. She got in right before everybody else.
Well, let me say something. Mrs. Four Watton wrote it in the comment section. Mrs. Four Watton is now in the woodshed by my own hand. That's right. I'm looking right at you. I told you don't write it in there. You wrote it in there. I know you're drinking. I know you're frustrated because none of your emails came through quick enough because you don't feed your squirrels, so your cage is running slow and your electricity isn't up to speed. I got you. It gives you no right to comment in the comment section when you're supposed to send an email. Mrs. Four Watton is in a timeout. She is in the woodshed by my own hand.
Wow.
Why am I nervous right now for doing that? I feel like I just yelled at my mom when I shouldn't have done that. I got that same gut feeling like, okay, I better go now.
You're in trouble now.
I know. I'm feeling it too.
You're going to get a very worded email.
I'm going to get something. It's not going to be good either. Oh, my God. All right. Let me jump back over here.
You're not going to sleep tonight. You're going to be worried.
I probably would have been fine to you put it that way. Now it will keep me up. All right. So we did the old phrases list. We're talking about that somewhere. That's it. I think that's it for tonight. I've gone 2 hours tonight. 2 hours have flown by. I mean, that has got to be the fastest 2 hours that I've ever spent doing a show with you guys. I'm going to pour myself one last drink right now. And I'm not hanging up just yet, so don't give up on me. But I think it's fair that we take a drink together to celebrate 2 years of total fucked upness, debauchery.
I think Mrs. Four Watton should call you on the phone right now.
I lied, and you guys swore to it, and that's all we needed. This is a very symbiotic relationship. Remember that. I lie, and you believe it. That's the only way this works. That's the only way this live stream works, is if I tell stories and you on the other side nod your head and go, it sounds right to me. God damn it. There's a smart man over there. Yeah, just agree with it. That's all you have to do. Then we'll get along famously. I can take the shots better than those highball glasses, that's for sure. So listen, I do got to get out of here. The street lights are on. Now the street lights are on. It's time to go. But I want to thank you guys for 2 years. We didn't even begin to cover all the stuff and all the memories. Those are just some of the main things. There was so much going on. And I think we've carved out between the way we conduct ourselves on this side, the great staff that we have. They're amazing people that do an amazing job and keep us all on track. And then you guys, I think between that trifecta of us, the staff, and you guys, we've carved out a niche. We've carved out something special for social media. And I know that it's not like what everybody's typically used to. I know that we don't match what the big creators still send me emails. You're not doing it right. Don't read your goddamn comment sections. Just tell your agenda. Get your message out there. I don't have a message. We talk about topics that come up. Yeah, we talk about politics. We talk about religion. We talk about the kid and his grades. We talk about Gen X mom when her mother was passing. We talk about real life things and your guys' stuff. We know tons of stuff about you guys. On Discord, we talk about your guys' life. We bring some of those things in here too. We do. It's a big thing. And it's only a big thing because we've kept this thing very personal. And that's the way I like it. I don't ever, would I like to have 35,000 people in the chat? Yeah, I guess. But how many comments would I get to? None. I like this much better. This really does, in some weird virtual sense, feels like a bar. It feels like we're sitting around talking with each other. I talk and say things and you guys respond. You guys say things and I respond. It's kind of like sitting around a campfire, isn't it? Having a drink? No, that's the way it feels to me anyway. Now, something popped up from Josh Maddox. I'm going to guess what it says. There it is. Mama X, let me start with my 3-part apology for saying I was a drummer. Love this family. Best bar ever. You know, Josh Maddox coined that phrase, and it'll go down in history. We ought to put that on a mug or something. We really should. That's a good one.
Eric Leroy sent $10 for whiskey cake.
Well, we have some whiskey cake. Remember that from Vegas?
Yeah, we got that from Josh Maddox, I believe.
Did we?
I think so.
It wasn't from Eric.
No, we got it from Josh Maddox in Vegas.
Okay. All right. Well, listen, it's 2 hours in. I got to go. It's time to get out of here. Thank you guys for 2 years of wonderful, wonderful memories. 2 years. We've gone through some rocky stuff. We've gone through some great stuff. We've had some meet and greets. We've met a bunch of you in person. We've exchanged emails. We've seen each other in Discord. Thank you guys for everything you've given to us. I don't think we could pay you back. I don't think that we could find a way to do for you guys what you do for us. I know you think that we're here giving. No. I'm very selfishly in here absorbing everything from you guys. All the kind words. To be part of everybody's life is huge for me. It's very selfish of me, and I come here every night at 6 o'clock, and I wait for you guys to show up, and I'm never going to be able to say thank you enough. You guys really keep my head on straight. You've given me a new thing to do in my semi-retirement. And speaking from all of us here at Gen X Talks, we couldn't be happier with the fans that we've got, with the subscribers, with the followers, whatever name you want to give it, the Legion of X. So thank you guys. So I'm going to head out. I don't know where you're listening from. I don't know what part of the planet you're on. Are you listening on AM, FM, Sirius XM, or on the Armed Service Radio Network? Thank you for tuning in. And I promise you one thing. We're not done yet. It's 2 years, but we'll catch you guys on the flip side.